The streets are buzzing right now, and the drama is off the charts. Big Meech and Rick Ross have been seen together a lot lately, and if there's one thing they have in common, it's their dislike for 50 Cent. And let's be real, Big Meech is not someone you want to cross. Remember when Drake's crew tried to step to Ross in Vancouver? He was ready to throw hands with zero hesitation. Now, fresh footage just dropped, and it looks like Meech and Ross might be plotting something major against 50. Word on the street is they're looking to shut down his antics once and for all. And here's where it gets even juicier. Lil Meech was spotted in Miami, and guess who he was with? None other than Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather. If you follow hip-hop beef, you know both of them have serious issues with 50 Cent. They were all chilling at Lucky Strike Bowling Alley. But trust me, this wasn't just a casual night out. Something's brewing, and it looks like things are about to get even more intense. Stay tuned because this drama is far from over.
Meech took a picture with Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather just to get 50 Cent upset after he cut off his money.
And that's not all. Big Meech himself made a surprise appearance. Well, sort of. He actually called in during their little get-together, speaking directly to both Rick Ross and Floyd Mayweather. You already know 50 Cent was watching this whole situation unfold, and of course he had to jump in. He hit Instagram talking wild, claiming Ross was just trying to send Big Meech some lemon pepper wings from Wingstop. Classic 50, always trolling. But let's be real, if you read between the lines, this meetup wasn't about wings. This was about making moves. The tension between 50 and the Flenory family has been brewing for a while. It all started when Lil Meech got close with Rick Ross, and we all know 50 and Ross have history. Years of beef, diss tracks, and social media shots. So when 50 saw Meech hanging with his longtime enemies, oh honey, he took that as straight-up betrayal. Things are heating up, and this drama is far from over.
I took a picture with Rick Ross. Hey, Curtis Jackson, you're more than welcome to bring that Versace Lamborghini to the car show, and your little homies. I know them is Auntie Murder. Yeah, I know you got a Toyota Tundra.
Let's not forget what 50 did for Lil Meech. He put him through acting school so he could play his own father in BMF, paid for his rehab when he was struggling, and even bailed him out multiple times when he ran into legal trouble. So for Lil Meech to be out here rolling with 50's enemies, that's a straight-up slap in the face.
Meech, you put him in the acting school. You know, you take him from Detroit. I remember him rapping when he was rapping, and nobody was helping him from what I...
But this isn't just about Lil Meech. 50 has been saying that Big Meech is a bad influence on his son. And honestly, looking at how things are unfolding, he might have been right all along. Big Meech is still on supervised release for the next 5 years, so he really can't afford to be moving recklessly. But instead of keeping things low-key, he's got his son out here running with people who have serious beef with 50. Let's keep it 100% real. Big Meech's name doesn't carry the same weight it once did. Yes, BMF was legendary, but those days are long gone. A lot of his old crew distanced themselves once they started suspecting that Meech might have been working with the feds. Even Dion Cuffey, one of Meech's most loyal guys, claimed from behind bars that Meech was acting as a third-party confidential informant. That's a massive accusation, and if it's true, it explains why so many of his people have turned their backs on him. Nobody wants to be associated with someone who might be throwing their own people under the bus just to secure a lighter sentence.
It's like if you rich and you got power, you can't be a snitch. Meech a snitch. Everybody know Meech a snitch, right? Cuffy say Meech a snitch, he a snitch. I'm from St. Louis, gang. I ain't going against my own. Well, Cuffy got a lot.
Then there's the whole situation with Tammy Cowens. Word on the street is she's been Meech's right hand for years, but things between them got messy. Back in the day, they were supposedly involved romantically, but when Meech got out, instead of reconnecting with Tammy, he linked up with one of his baby mamas. And let me tell you, Tammy did not take that well. Even Booby Baz spoke on this, saying Tammy turning against Meech might have been driven by personal feelings. It's drama on top of more drama, and it's only getting messier.
the allegations is that Meech was giving her information, and she then was taking to the feds that was getting people hemmed up and so on.
Now let's talk about this powerhouse lineup we're seeing. Rick Ross is no stranger to confrontation. We all remember when Drake's crew tried to step to him in Vancouver, and he was ready to throw hands. And Mayweather. He's undefeated, hands down one of the greatest boxers of all time. But don't sleep on 50 either. He's got serious boxing skills and deep street connections from his days in Queens. So when you see Ross, Mayweather, and Lil Meech all in the same place, you know this isn't just some random meetup. This looks exactly like a strategy session. Of course, 50 wasn't about to let this slide without responding. He's the king of petty. As soon as that footage dropped, he jumped on Instagram to clown the whole situation, joking that Ross was just trying to send Big Meech some chicken wings from Wingstop. But we all know 50. When the jokes start flying, there's usually some real tension behind them. And let's not forget, he's been saying for a while now that Big Meech is a bad influence on his son. Now we're watching that play out in real time. From hanging out with 50's enemies to getting caught up in all this drama, Lil Meech is looking more and more like a pawn in his father's game. The drama doesn't stop there. 50 took to Instagram to congratulate Powerbook 2 Ghost star Michael Rainey Jr. for winning an NAACP award for Outstanding Actor in a Drama Series. But 50 being 50, he had to make it messy. He pointed out that Michael once tried to mentor Lil Meech, but Meech didn't want the help. That's wild because Rainey has been absolutely killing it on Power, and 50 made sure everyone knew that Lil Meech wasn't on that same level. But this isn't just about jokes and social media jabs. 50 is hitting Big Meech where it hurts. His money. Word on the street is Big Meech already took a major L when the BMF show got cancelled. That means no more checks for Lil Meech, and let's be real, that show was his biggest come up so far. Now things are looking shaky for him. And if that wasn't enough, there's more. Remember that homecoming concert Big Meech was supposed to have? Yeah, that got shut down too. And guess who people are saying was behind it? Allegedly, 50 Cent had a hand in getting the event cancelled. Another bag fumbled for Big Meech.
He names the list, but let me salute some of the legends. Lil Baby, Bossman D-Lo, 21 Savage, Sexy Red, Ricky Rose. Now, it's the first time it's ever been.
Now you've got Big Meech watching 50 stop his son's TV checks, block his own concert money, and clown them both on social media at every opportunity. If that's not enough reason for Meech to want to silence 50, I don't know what is. Now let's talk about Ross for a minute because he's been catching heat for years. A lot of people still look at him sideways because, let's keep it real, he used to be a correctional officer. 50 Cent had an absolute field day with that one, constantly calling him Officer Ricky and roasting him at every chance. And if you know anything about 50, once he gets hold of something like that, he's never letting it go. Ross may have built an empire, but that past still follows him, especially with 50 keeping the jokes alive.
Officer 1 point?
I was, yeah.
So going all the way back, when was that? How long ago?
Maybe when I was 20.
20 years old.
Yeah.
But that's not even the worst of it. Rick Ross's entire persona has been questioned, and not just by fans. The real Rick Ross, Freeway Rick Ross, has been coming for him for years. And guess what? That beef just heated up again. During fight night on March 1st, Freeway Rick Ross, the actual drug kingpin Ross took his name from, popped up in an interview and went off. He called Ross out for straight up stealing his identity and then made it personal. "I'm the real Ross," he declared, making it crystal clear there's only one boss in this game, and it's not the MMG rapper. Then he threw some serious shade at Ross's weight, saying, "I ain't fat either, and I ain't." Asterisk.
You talking about that gangster?
Yeah, that's my man.
For real?
Yeah, he's right there. Where Rick Ross? You see him?
Let's go to Rick Ross.
I'm good.
You the real Ricky Rose?
Of course, Ross clapped back the only way he knows how, through social media. He tried to play it off with some humor, but let's be real, we all saw right through that weak deflection. He called Freeway Rick a gangsta informant, and threw in a bunch of emojis. But come on, that's not exactly a strong response when someone's questioning your entire identity. So while Ross is busy fighting off these accusations and desperately trying to defend his name, he's also out here linking up with Big Meech to take down 50. It's giving too much on my plate vibes, but hey, Ross is standing on business, I guess. This whole situation is getting wild, and everybody's talking. Big Meech is still pulling strings from behind bars. Ross is out here trying to shake off that Officer Ricky reputation, and 50? He's just sitting back, trolling like it's his full-time job, and winning at it. But with this new footage and all these moves being made, you have to wonder, what's really going on? Is Big Meech actually trying to silence 50? Or is this just smoke and mirrors? Does Rick Ross still have enough influence to stand up to 50? Or will his past as a correctional officer always haunt him? And most importantly, if this beef really pops off, who's coming out on top? I want to hear what you think about all this drama, so hit up that comment section and let's get the discussion going. And while you're at it, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and check out the next video on your screen. Trust me, you do not want to miss it.